Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of GOW, the Generational Wrestling Podcast. As always, it's yours truly, the franchise, aka the showstopper, better known as the GOW's resident tribal chief. And with me, as always, I got my tag team partner, my brother, my family. He is the flyest in the room, Mr. 1, 2, 3. Pin that ass down, K Breezy, aka EC's resident Isaac Hayes King Tuco. Bro, what's good?
Man, what's good, man? Right now, Jay trying to take advantage of the bloodline. Oh! He just gave that boy the spear with the
got his ass.
Yeah, okay.
Got his ass. Let's go. Let's go.
Roman failed, but got right back up. Oh, he going to the top. Going to the top. Going to the top. Can he hit it? Will he hit it? Will he hit it? And there goes Solo.
Yeah, I would say Solo says no go. This might be the first time my TV ahead of your TV. What is going on?
You ahead of me. For Smackdown, you always ahead of me, but it's when we go to AEW.
Is it the AEW?
It's the AEW. For whatever AEW, I'm always ahead of you.
My boy Roman over there messing up the Air Maxes.
Hey.
Uh-oh. Is Solo about to hit him with that spike?
Hey, Roman already told him to do it, but now he might have changed his mind.
Come on, man. Look at Roman. Roman conflicted. Look at Solo. Solo like, don't be no bitch. Is he about to spear him? No, you're not. No, you're not.
Yeah, he about to spear him.
Oh, well, never mind.
Or he about to spike
him. You'll see.
Damn, spear spike. Damn. Okay.
Yeah, I ain't never seen that. That was a hell of a combination, wasn't it?
That could be a hell of a tag team move.
Hell yeah.
Spike to the throat.
Hit that man with a spear spike.
Right, you ain't breathing for shit.
Talk about hey, Roman said Apollo Crews talk about that Nigerian nail. Shit.
Yeah, shit, that Nigerian nail ain't got shit on this. Man.
I'm still trying to figure out why the hell SmackDown keep going off 5 minutes earlier. What the hell is going on?
Man, so the news can come on.
Ah, yeah.
And they ain't got nothing really to go over with when you think about it.
Is they saying what I think they saying?
Yeah.
Okay. I had to make sure my ears weren't deceiving me for a minute. I'm like, hold on, Dominic Mysterio ain't out there. Damn, again. Damn, I ain't gonna lie, that last one looked brutal.
Again.
Yeah. Oh boy, landed high on his shoulders. All right, we got the LCJ in the building. He says, here we go.
What up, champ?
Yes, sir. All right, I'm about to switch on over to AEW real quick that way. When we get done, I'm already on the channel. Hey, King, man, what I'm gonna need you to do is while I'm doing SmackDown, I'm gonna need you to be the moderator, man. I'm gonna need you to keep an eye on these comments in case I'm looking down at my phone trying to read out what happened in the car. All right, man. But while we doing that, because we still got an hour left for the block party, man. We ain't even get started yet. But so we got that. All right, man. To start off the night, of course, we got Jey Uso coming out, man. He got interrupted by Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman, and Solo Sikoa, and pretty much Roman said, "Hey, look, you trying to be the tribal chief already? You ain't even beat me, and you already trying to do what I do." Coming out here starting off the show. He said, as long as I'm the king, as long as I'm the champ, as long as this is my company, as long as I'm the tribal chief, I start the show, I finish the show. So we got that. Then we get a segment in the back, man. We get Jey Uso with Grayson Waller. Grayson Waller taking shots at Uso, saying no matter what, win, lose, or draw, if you want to, man, come get that Grayson Waller rub and come on the Grayson Waller effect. My boy got slapped up, which eventually became a match between the two. First match of the night, man, the U.S. title finals, Mysterio versus Escobar. It was a good match up until the point, man, where Rey Mysterio ended up hitting his head on the floor and the match had to get called off. I was actually online and it has been verified that this is all part of a storyline. So I guess this was just a way for Rey not to take the pin, but still let Santos advance. Bro, thoughts on the match and then knowing what you know now, man, did you think that was a good move? Or do you think it would have mattered if Rey would have took the pin? I don't think Rey losing to Santos, like via pin, would have mattered.
No, it would have did great for Santos. I mean,
yeah.
Like, we love Rey. People love Rey. So, we'll always have a love for Rey. But it did well. One, it shouldn't have been Ray. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
So I don't think that would have mattered. People were more on board with it being LA Knight.
Right.
We'll find out now what they're going to be doing for the Battle Royal now that they've added for SummerSlam, which don't seem to have any real implications of adding anything to it to make people want to, well, what does the winner get? He just gets the win.
Right.
All right, hey, how about a title shot? Something, whatever. But as far as to me, it just kind of it was a letdown. If that was the real reason, that kind of sucks because you could have just had a really good match and he could have won. Santos just could have won. I mean, if Ray is about promoting him and pushing, then why Ray could have took the pin? It wouldn't have hurt nothing. It's not going to hurt Rey Mysterio. Nothing's hurting Rey Mysterio right now. The man is a active Hall of Famer. Okay, so bro, what? There's nothing. It's not hurting him to take the loss to Santos. It's boosting Santos. It does nothing to lessen Rey Mysterio and his legacy and who he is, man. I mean, nobody's expecting. I'm not expecting him to win every matches and be fighting all the top guys. I mean, I expect him to do some stuff because of his name, but that's about it. So, and that was kind of a lame cop out, but it is what it is. We got the tag team battle royale starting off Rampage right now, so we know how this is about to go. So we definitely about to get up this Smackdown review in and watch the shenanigans of this battle royal. But I'm apparently the match is not at SummerSlam, which I thought it was. It's going to be on SmackDown. So, and I think it's the 2 weeks. I think it's literally the Friday before SummerSlam.
I hate when they do that, man. Because I hate when they do that.
Well, when we really think about it, we know Walter is defending the Intercontinental. We know Seth Rollins is defending the World Heavyweight Championship. We know Roman Reigns is defending the Undisputed Championship. We know Asuka's defending the Women's Undisputed Championship. So we know there's 4 title matches set for SummerSlam. SummerSlam, I expect 8 matches. So I'm gonna say maybe 4 matches of title matches. The other 4, just to be regular matches. They could add Rhea Ripley to that card. I mean, it's still time, so you can add Rhea Ripley. We won't get the tag team championships because Kevin Owens is hurt. So we know that's a set of titles that's already knocked off. I wouldn't be surprised if Chelsea Green and them maybe defend it. If not, then we know we got the battle royal. So it's like we know the battle royal is official. We know Roman and Jay is official. We know Finn versus Seth is official. We know Asuka versus Charlotte versus Belair is official. So, and we know there's one more match. Damn it, I just said it. What was the other match? I can't remember. But we know at least about 4 to 5 matches are official for SummerSlam. So, Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes. We know that's official.
Damn, I forgot about that.
Yeah, we know that's official for SummerSlam. So right now, man, maybe an 8 to 10 match card, but for the most part, man, you got about 4 title matches. You can maybe get one more, but I don't think them doing that. I mean, but they've been doing that for a while now. They've been giving the United States and the Intercontinental TV time so people can get good quality championship matches on TV, which is something Vince wasn't doing a whole lot of. Or if he was, it was some janky ass match. Every now and then it would be a real good match. So I don't have a problem with it. It's a nice kind of go home build up for the pay-per-view to kind of get you hyped. Like, okay, we got this one good hype match. It's the main event match before the weekend that's going to come with the pay-per-view. So because they did it for Asuka versus Charlotte Flair. So it wasn't like it was it was what it was. But I think SummerSlam is going to be pretty cool, and so far what we got will be okay.
Absolutely. All right, then after that, let's see what we got going on. We got a segment backstage, man. We got Bianca Belair. Who we got? We got
Earl in the building. Earl says, "Man,
Earl, what's happening?
Look to his head really hit. Oh yeah. It was his head or his his shoulder or something, but their head always kind of hits the mat. It's. But then again, if he said it's a storyline, then ain't really too much to look into it. The Earl also say SummerSlam, the pay-per-view of major returns.
That is true.
Yeah, most definitely. not really sure which one I'm expecting. Um,
So there's been a lot of rumblings, man, that they're bringing Bray Wyatt back as the Fiend.
he was already the Fiend. I don't
I
need to say
know.
anything.
Well, so that's the thing. But I guess Vince is apparently like pushing for like the Fiend persona to come back. If anything, I'm like, bro, why don't you just let him go back to the cult leader and call that shit a wrap? That was the one thing I feel like, it was creepy. It got the point across, but he didn't have to be indestructible. We seen with the Fiend, bro, that character don't work now because once he take a loss, it's over. Like you had him lose in such
And
goofy ways.
he's too unbeatable because you have
Yeah,
to do
that's what I'm
a lot of
saying.
damage to him. So it's like at least
Yeah,
with Bray Wyatt, you got a more compelling match when he's the
yeah,
cult leader. Like when he was the cult leader, he was in more compelling matches. Regardless if we liked all those matches because we hated the finish for him sometimes, but
yeah,
for the most part, it was better for him to be the cult leader. He can do his promos, he can do all that spooky shit that he does, and he can have good regular matches where
yeah,
it is not going to be like, okay, we know how the Fiend operates, so how is this match going to work?
yeah,
I can't say there's a Fiend match that I like. I can look at a lot of Bray Wyatt cult leader
yeah,
matches that I'm
yeah,
like, yo, I like that match, man. I like the way
yeah.
it worked. I like the way everything happened. But yeah, the Fiend is difficult. It was a good gimmick. Don't get me wrong. It had its moment. The problem is y'all fired him. That was the biggest issue. You fired Bray Wyatt. He was at the peak of everything, but he was also going through some stuff. But you fired the man, and then when he came back, it
Yeah,
just he wasn't. To me, I feel like he was there, but then he would be gone too long, and then he come back, and then it's
yeah.
like and then he really wasn't doing too much. And LA Knight wasn't the guy that he is now. He was still,
Right, right, right.
he was still getting the booze. Earl says, I've been hearing creative have no plans with Bray at the moment. I mean, which that's not honestly, I don't even look for creative no more. They don't never have plans for nobody. They hell, they just said they don't have no future plans for Lacey Evans. Well, obviously, but at the same time, you've been bombing with her with every decision you've been making anyway. As we got Matt Seidel getting eliminated. So I don't really have a lot of hope for creative, man, when it comes to wrestlers. I'm just hoping for Triple H and them and maybe the wrestler themselves to come up with something and hopefully it gets over, you know. But
Hit row.
I man, look right now, look, dude, oh my god, man.
All right. So after that, man, we ended up getting it. Confirmation for a tag team match later on with the women. We got that. Hit row. Speaking of, got interrupted by LA Knight. It was Knight versus Adonis, man. LA Knight ended up picking up the victory, and
Real
then we get
fast.
a real fast. And then we get another segment, man, backstage segment. We get Lashley and the Street Profits. My boy Lashley and Montez, they kind of had a funny little moment, man, where Lashley was like, hey, man, look, y'all look the part. Y'all look like champions. Y'all look like businessmen, but you got to dress like businessmen. And of course, instantly, Tez and Lashley kind of looking at like Angelo Dawkins, like, hey, bro, it's time to get up out that kitty wardrobe, my guy. It's time to dress like a real man. And of
Well,
course,
hey, no,
Dawkins,
no,
like,
no, 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 no. Don't play my boy like that because Bobby say, look, I don't have a problem with the suits, bro. I ain't got a problem with the track suits. I ain't got a problem with it, but we just need to step our game up a little bit. Don't try to play my boy Dawkins to the
hey,
toes,
hey,
man. I mean,
hey, hey, hey,
yeah,
hey,
he look, my boy Hood, look, my boy is comfortable in what he's in. All right,
hey, he is.
I'm the
He
same way.
is. Hey, you see me, bro? Hey, 95% of my shirts ain't got no sleeves in it. Trust me, I
Hey,
know. Come on, man. Don't try to treat me like a new booty wet behind the ear, young buck, man. Come on, I know what it is, man. Come on now. Come on now.
even in the wintertime, motherfucker ain't got no damn sleeves on, man. Like,
Hey,
damn, bro.
this ain't turned into attack on
It's
franchise.
10 below, bro. Where's your sleeves, bro? Where your sleeves? Oh, go
hey, it's mental. It's a mental game out here in these streets. Hey, like my boy said from Breaking Bad, I am the danger. But so
But I like that segment though. I'm liking the street business kind of.
yeah.
I'm liking that.
But here's my thing, because it
What's up?
seems to me, seems Bobby Lashley's taking on the role with the Street Profits that MVP took on with him. when they were in the Hurt Business. So I'm like, okay, can you see Bobby being the manager of this team, or do you see Bobby just kind of, still being the wrestler, but being like that veteran presence, like maybe like Randy Orton was with what's the name with
Exactly.
Legacy?
I see it the same way AJ Styles is for the OC, Roman for the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Bloodline, and so forth and so forth. Bobby's been doing it long enough now to where having MVP was a great positive. There was no negative. Uh, there was no negative to MVP being the mouthpiece for Bobby Lashley. If anything, it's what made it easy for Bobby to do what Bobby's been doing now. Is Bobby still a great promo guy? No, but he's gotten a lot better at coming out and talking and just saying what he needs to say. But he has everything else that will help the Street Profits. And honestly, I think this would be a great thing for him. It still allows them to be tag teams, but also we're going to see more singles runs. We know Montez is going on a singles push. We know he's going to get that limelight, and Bobby's going to push it. So if the gimmick now is for Bobby to have a true, like, don't get me wrong, the Hurt Business was a great idea when it was him, MVP, Cedric Alexander, and Shelton Benjamin, and they were looking like badasses. It was working. It was good. I'm not gonna disgrade. I'm not gonna disrespect those dudes, but Shelton was Shelton's on his way out the door. Cedric, unfortunately, he was on the rise, but I don't think he was ever gonna get any further than where he's at. With the Street Profits, it's totally different because one, they're so charismatic, not just together, but by themselves. Like these guys know how to, they know how to operate and do what they do. So that's not a thing there. That's not an issue. So putting them with someone with a pedigree of a Bobby Lashley, a main event guy, former champion, won all the belts. He's in the big time. Bobby ain't doing nothing weak. Bobby doing everything top shelf. So why not why not help these dudes where you see the potential? Like I said, we see everybody's just waiting for Montez to single push. We're waiting for that singles run. I wouldn't mind if Dawkins, got a little bit of that toolage, and also at the same, oh damn, he just broke Matt Hardy's back throwing him out like that. But I like it. It's something different for the Street Profits, and it kind of brings us back to that Bobby Lashley Hurt Business thing. Because right now, even though the Bloodline is breaking up, which but we got a lot of trio teams working, and WWE right now that they're putting together. So, they're taking the page out of the AEW, but that's wrestling. Wrestling is a copy paste industry anyway. So therefore, we're getting a lot of 3-man teams. So we're going to see some interesting matchups. Earl says, man, we last left off with MVP and Lashley on speaking terms, Street Business, Lashley, Profits, and Omos. I'm cool on Omos. They don't need Omos. Honestly, I think Omos, they don't need Omos. And honestly, Omos has been, they don't, Omos can only do so much. If you're not going to push Omos to be an unbeatable, unstoppable monster and be the champion, then he don't serve no purpose. He's just there. So you better off just leaving it with Bobby Lashley, Dawkins, and Montez, because at least with those three are 3 bigger names than having Omos. They're the group themselves. Like if MVP decides to join back with them, that's cool. He can be the mouthpiece. That's fine. But Omos, you can only do so much with Omos, man. And at some point, it's gonna be like, dude, I don't want to see him just be the big, large thing in the background of the group. Like he don't need to be there. Not saying that he shouldn't find something to do, but they got to find something creative and believable for him to do. They got to, and like I said, if you're not gonna let him be an unbeatable monster, then, kick rocks.
No, I mean I agree with you 100%. Absolutely, absolutely. And I think Omos really, man, he cool, man. Just let him do a singles thing. If you want to have him as a singles guy with a manager, cool. But I don't think he really need to be in the group. I mean that time is come and gone. So
which is why I'm okay if MVP doesn't go to the Street Business.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Things with Omos, that's cool, but you got to figure out what to do with this guy. You gotta give him a Big Show run. I mean, Big Show won titles. Big Show did shit. I mean, yeah, he lost matches, but he was the Big Show, man. He did his
Hey,
thing.
but
I'm
I,
not saying
but
Omos
I
is
need
Big Show by
I
no
need
means.
the I need the Big Show though that was up here choke slamming Kurt Angle off of like garage balconies. That's the Big Show.
Exactly, but that's
You
what you
know.
can do with Omos, man. You already
Yeah,
had him there. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? But you gonna have to, man. He gonna have to beat some people. Like if he's not gonna actually beat people, you can't have him having these losses against the top people. But he's out here just beating through. Like Big Show beat big top people. Hell, even the Great Khali, as slow as shit as he was, he beat top people. Bro, you got to
yeah.
give him that rub. If you're not gonna give him that rub, I mean, a Great Khali is a former world heavyweight champion, bro. Like, come on, man. Should he have ever won it? No, but he did. It is what it is. At that same time, he got the rub. You got to get that to Omos. If you're not gonna do that with him, if you're not gonna at least do the stuff that we at least saw with Big Khali and Kane and Big Show,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
putting them with the
Giant
group.
Gonzalez.
Right. Well, no.
Hey! I want to see. I want to see if you're gonna keep on going and not notice.
Nah. Once you say, oh no, because I had to think about it. Oh no.
Hey!
Not
You
at
was
all.
almost there. You was almost
Not
there.
at all. Not at all, bro. Not at all. Hell no, man. But I'm fine with Bobby, Montez, and Dawkins, just letting them be them. And it looked like Big Bill and Brian Cage about to win this tag team eliminator match,
Hell yeah!
unless the Butcher can figure out a way to
Bam!
which would be something different.
I just don't get how my dude is wrestling in jeans, man. Good God! But hey, he making it work. Jeans and Tims.
I mean,
Come
the
on,
same way. I mean,
damn.
hey, man, those are just the straight pants. Oh,
Oh,
Bill hit
especially
the
with,
great cage. Uh oh. Here we go. Oh, Butcher, is he gonna try to get it? Oh no, right now he's just chopping. But Cage and Bill keep running into each other. Oh, okay. But now let's go ahead and finish with the SmackDown, man. Ain't nothing going on too crazy right now.
no, after that, man, we get Bailey, EO, and Oscar in the backstage segment. We got
I
EO pretty
love
much
that.
ready to go.
I love that set. You don't understand, man. Like, okay, Bailey showed up, EO came in, they getting ready to leave because Shotzi messing with Bailey, and then Oscar comes walking in, talking shit to EO. Hey, I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for that. That's all I've been waiting for. And I just, man, EO, man,
Hey, look,
EO played her part, but
yeah,
Oscar just,
yeah.
I love that. I just love that arrogant, cocky. I love that Oscar, man. I love that Oscar. And Big Bill and Brian Cage are your new number one contenders for the AEW tag team titles. I love that little. I just love that little exchange. You know, they had their little words. They spoke in Japanese, but yet they said enough for you to understand what was going on and what the purpose was. And hey, I'm ready for it, man. When that match happens, I'm looking for EO to come out to try to cash on Oscar, and if she doesn't,
well, she already said. She said no matter who wins, hey, I'm coming. So I'm hoping that was kind of like a foreshadowing. EO cashing in, and also I hope that really facilitates an actual and official turn for Bianca Belair. I love the EST at WWE, but hey, look, you've been teasing it. Okay, ain't nothing like Bianca. Man, picture this. Bianca does win the championship. EO comes out, cashes in, take that shit right back from her.
Honestly, I'm fine with it, but I don't even think Bianca's got to win it back. Oscar can retain. Charlotte can win. It doesn't matter who wins.
But this is the reason I said
now to take that title off of them.
But this is the reason I said Bianca. Remember, this would be the second time at SummerSlam Bianca would have got screwed by one of the 4 horsewomen. Remember,
that's what I'm not. But see, but I think because of what they did tonight, I'm thinking Oscar will retain, and you can set up the EO and Oscar match. Because that's why I'm like, that's what I'm looking for. I feel where you're coming from, But
Yeah.
I'm looking because of that interaction. It's like, oh, we about to finally get it. We about to get EO versus Oscar. So if it's like if you gonna give me EO versus Oscar, then bro, that's a great way to that was a great way to set it up. And SummerSlam, her coming out and cashing it in, if depending on what Bailey's real purpose is, I think that'd be a nice way to set up a new matchup. We got Oscar versus EO, and it's like, bro, we've been waiting for this one. We've been waiting on this one. The champ LCJ says AEW streaming service on its way. We'll look into that when they talking more about it. What up, Gerald? Gerald is in the building, man. He says, man, I'm looking forward to seeing EO versus Oscar. I'm for it. I am all for it. Because I feel like them two gonna wild out on each other. I really feel like they're gonna wild out. I know sometimes we get a little ahead of ourselves on some matches and the setup and what happens and what goes on and whatnot. But I think that's one match, man. Those two, they gonna definitely come in, they gonna show up and they gonna show out. And we won't be disappointed. Triple H won't allow us to be disappointed because he's definitely pushed these two women and they've been shown what they can do. So I'm for it, but any scenario that happens, I still see it being EO versus Oscar. Somehow, some way, I still feel like that's coming down the line. Lee Taylor, what up, Lee?
What up, Lee?
What up?
Did you, I
just read the rest of that. I'm like, welcome to the show, Lee. Welcome to the show. That's all I'm gonna say. Welcome to the show, Lee.
What's up, Lee?
Leo, right, what up, man?
Leo. All right, then the last thing that happened on SmackDown before we cross over to AEW right now was
we will, Earl. You know we're gonna get a lengthy match out of it.
We had Karrion Kross beating the hell out of Carl Anderson, so we had that. And of course, man, to finish off the night, we had Jey Uso versus Grayson Waller. Waller ended up picking up the victory. And then the Bloodline beat the piss out of Jey Uso. The Bloodline being Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns as they hit that boy Jey not once or twice with a spike and spear combination. So I guess Roman Reigns gonna have to talk back to the elders, man, because hey, look, he keep on disobeying them. Somebody gonna have to come put Roman in this place. But the question is, who? But with that being said,
it ain't gonna be nobody. Because honestly, I think if anybody was gonna come out, it might be. I mean, they could be saving it closer till we get to SummerSlam for the attention and the hype for the match. I could see maybe Rikishi coming out, But at the same time, right now, I think it's fine where it is, man. I don't think nobody needs to say anything to Roman Reigns because who's gonna say something to him? You got to think about it. He was doing what he was doing, and what were they doing? They were coming out and they were honoring him. I don't really see nobody really coming out and saying anything to him. Like, you got to think about it. Like, there's been a couple of times where he beat Jay and he beat other people, and his father and uncle came out and gave him the lay to have on to signify that he's the head of the table. Like, I don't think they're gonna say anything, man. He's doing everything that he says he does. And Earl is right. Rikishi will be the one to set Roman straight. And I definitely can see that. But that, like I said, that'll be closer to SummerSlam. But if Rikishi,
hey, both of y'all are wrong. It's gonna be Byron Saxton. Byron Saxton gonna put that man in his place.
Man, go ahead and mute yourself, man. And
only because I mean,
no, because you said that bullshit. You go ahead and mute yourself. No, man, Earl, I'm gonna talk to you, Earl. But I can see Rikishi being if there's somebody, I can see it being Rikishi. But if Rikishi don't come out, it's just Jay on his own, which is fine. And I think maybe it'll be more of a thing when he comes out. If he wins, then it'll be like, hey, now we're acknowledging you as the tribal chief. Anything goes. Moxley versus Trent Beretta, Penta. On the 200 episode of Dynamite. 200.
Bro, can you believe we had 200 episodes? That's crazy.
Dude, 4 years, 200, man. Hey, man,
Already.
but we way more episodes in. We are way a lot more episodes. I got to actually go back and keep up the count. Yeah, no, I think we right now, like you said earlier, this SmackDown, it was a mid show. It was a mid show. It wasn't nothing too crazy again, but they're building for SummerSlam. It's the biggest party of the summer. It's a major pay per view. Triple H, it's no different than watching AEW, and AEW's got to build up to a pay per view. You know everything is going to be great, but we're going to get a little bit of something just to keep that what to say, wet that whistle. So we're good
Wet
there.
that whistle.
Right. So it is what it is. We're going to. I'm sure as the weeks get closer, they're setting up championship matches, they're setting up other stuff. Man, but we all know what we're waiting for. It's SummerSlam. We're waiting for the biggest party of the summer. I'm not looking for nothing for them to do too crazy, because I don't need no one getting hurt prior to SummerSlam, and to also who's already been hurt. Kevin Owens is out, so we've just lost the undisputed tag team champion. So we don't need too much nothing else going on, as we got Scorpio Sky getting ready to fight Kip Sabian.
This ain't Scorpio Sky. Is it Scorpio Sky? No, Commander.
Scorpio Sky. Oh no, that's Commander. I mean, this is supposed. I thought they said it was supposed to be Sky versus Kip Sabian. Did that change? I could have swore. I threw that paper away. I could have swore they said it was Scorpio Sky.
I thought when we did the Dynamite thing, I thought or is Scorpio Sky fighting this week on Saturday? I think it's Collision.
Is it on Collision? Okay, I thought it was Rampage. Yeah. I could have sworn they said Rampage.
Hey, we got the bad girl, Penelope Ford.
But I'm not listening to the commentary, so they might have said something. I just didn't hear it. But yeah, man. Other than that, man, like I said, it was a 3.2 SmackDown. Nothing too crazy, man. Like I said, just a lot of setup for SummerSlam.
I mean, look, this SmackDown definitely had all the C's in it, mid, yeah, but
for sure.
But
for sure. Oh, man, a lot of stems, a lot of C's,
a lot of stems, a lot of crackling. Sounded like a forest fire. But hey, that boy over there.
It's that dried out
some Rice Krispies.
Oh man, go ahead and flip the script, man. Go ahead and flip the script, brother.
But nah. With that being said, man, hey, that's SmackDown. So SmackDown was a mid and a half, but now we on the AEW side of things. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch that. Whoop-de-doop. All right,
and let's go ahead and kick this thing off, man. We had the tag team battle royal. We knew it was gonna be shenanigans. I mean, AEW's battle royals aren't. You got to take those with a grain of salt. Sometimes it's good thing to give a lot of guys TV time, which they try to he tries his best to do. Everyone don't get it, but he tries. And you have to understand, everybody can't get what they want in this business. So it is what it is. But it wasn't nothing too out of the pocket, other than the Butcher and the Blade were like one of the final two. So I like that they got a little bit of a bigger push instead of being one of the first few teams to be eliminated. So that was cool. Trent and them is in the middle of a feud with the Combat Club and the Lucha Bros. And I think we may end up getting a Best Friends versus a Lucha Brothers for the Ring of Honor Championship. Our tag team championships. I think we might be getting that set up sometime soon. Because right now they're nowhere near getting the AEW titles. But Big Bill, Brian Cage, which is a hell of a tag team out of the assembly they put together. They're gonna get an opportunity for the AEW tag team championships. I mean, that'd be interesting to see. FTR is gonna have a hell of a battle. I mean, they got MJF and Adam Cole to worry about tomorrow night, but if they get past them, dude, Brian Cage, Big Bill. I mean, I'm not gonna look past them, man. I'm not gonna look past that. They don't have the tag team experience. I get it, but I'm not just gonna instantly look past them.
And me neither, because here's my thing, man. Big Bill, he's definitely turned. First of all, he's turned his physique around. When he was known as big ass WWE. He was tall and he had somewhat of a body on him, man. But then he got bigger, and then started going through all this. Yeah, then he started going through all his personal problems, started drinking, got a little chunky, and it was what it was. Went to Impact Wrestling, turned this stuff around. Now in AEW, man, my boy is in top tier peak condition. I mean, this is like Edge and Undertaker had a baby. You know what I'm saying? So
Edge
this
is
is
baby.
yeah,
Edge
this is a
Junior,
big
man.
dude. Edge Junior.
He's
It's
Edge
like a
Junior,
little
man.
brother bigger than the big brother.
Man.
But so we
Oh,
had that.
why does Karrion Cross remind me of why does Karrion Cross look like he could be Joe Gacy's daddy or something, man?
Bro,
You
when I seen
we
that
talk about
school,
people looking at like I saw that tonight when Karrion Cross was in. I'm like, man, why you look like he Joe Gacy's daddy?
bro. Oh, 90210 Miami Vice looking ass.
Ah, man, bro, I noticed that, man. I forgot to say something earlier, but we were talking about
Bro,
looking.
my boy is a uniform shirt and a badge away from looking like the next member of Chips.
Oh
But
man, bro, like, or schism, one or the other. Which might work in their benefit. I don't know, man. Depends on how that works out. But
hey, but you know
I
what's
had
crazy? I'm not gonna lie. Hey, him and Scarlett could very well work in Schism. They could.
they
They
could,
could.
they could. But I had to say that because we were talking about looking like
You
I
see.
had to mention it. You know how we go off
Hey,
topic. I mean, it wouldn't be a
I,
GLW show if we don't go off topic.
nah, not at all. But now I'm mad you said that. 'Cause now all I'm picturing is just Joe Gacy and Karrion Cross standing side by side.
Because that's the
Oh
first
man.
person I saw when I saw it. I'm like, bro, that's fucking Joe Casey. Like, damn.
Hey man, they look like a before and after picture.
They look like that boy daddy. That's what I said. Karrion Cross was that boy daddy.
Oh man. All right. William says, "Do you got?"
I'm glad you didn't put that on the screen.
Hey,
Ah,
hey, I was about, hey, I was about to, and then something told me, "Hey man, just read that." Hey William, how you doing,
hey,
brother?
first
What's
and
good?
foremost, William. Hey man, welcome to the show.
Well,
Yeah, we go. We got to. We have to proofread. Like we ain't gonna condemn you for your comments unless you just being totally out of pocket towards any person or anybody for their beliefs or whatever. But outside of that, we're not gonna really trip about nothing like this. We just gonna proofread it and laugh and then say what's up. So,
oh man.
but to answer your question, because we're not putting it out there, maybe.
Hey, what LNA say?
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows, man? Who knows? But what's up? Welcome to the show.
Hey, William and Lee, they own one tonight. Hey, we had was it Penelope?
Oh man, oh my gosh, she shows up tonight. Said, "Hey, look, Earl, look at you. See
Hey,
Earl,
Earl just said the same thing. Earl just read our mind.
See, that
Earl
lets
just
you
read
know,
our
man,
mind.
that that lets you know I love our fans, man. That we all got something loose in our minds, man. But I don't know. She ain't been on for a minute, but I'm pretty sure, like everybody else, they'll come back like they do.
Yeah,
But
sure.
again, Lee, welcome to the show, man. Hope you enjoy. Please continue to ask your questions. We may not show it what you said, but please continue to ask your questions.
Hey, we will answer with a head nod or a shake of the head.
And we damn sure gonna laugh.
Oh yeah. That we are gonna do because the GLW is known for two things, man. It's ignorance and it's laughter. But it's
Right.
all a good spirit. It's all a good spirit.
We know how to laugh. We know how to joke. It's all good. It's a block party, baby. We here to have fun, man. And clearly,
Yes, sir. Yes,
y'all
sir.
are having fun. Oh man. Oh man. But right now, man, we are on the Commander versus Kip Sabian. Which again, I'm gonna iterate. I could have swore that they had Scorpio Sky versus Kip Sabian. Like I could have swore that was the match. I'm like, oh man, it'd be cool to see Scorpio Sky. I ain't seen him in a minute.
Right.
But yeah, it is what it is. But right now we're watching Kip Sabian versus Commander. Leo says, man, I am excited for tomorrow's night. FTR versus Cole and MJF. Bro,
Chill.
I'm not gonna lie. That's gonna be
Interesting.
I think a lot of people's gonna look forward to that match, man. Because let's be honest, okay? Let's be honest. Do we really see MJF and Adam Cole being tag team champions? Scorpio is a collision guy. I know he's a collision guy, but I could have swore they had him and Kip Sabian. I didn't see Commander. I wish I could find the paper I wrote because I wrote it down what the match was because they showed it, but it's all good. But do we really see MJF and Adam Cole winning? I don't. I see one of them
Yeah.
screwing the other one over. You know, especially now that MJF made it clear he's giving Adam Cole a title shot. So it's like, all right, has the plan worked for Adam Cole or has the plan worked for MJF? Because let's be honest, man, we're talking about two people who have been great heels, so they know how to play the game. Do I believe Adam Cole is being this gullible on purpose? Yes, on purpose. Not he's just gullible. No, there's
Right.
madness. So I that's why I told you, man. I feel like Roddy's playing his part. Adam Cole's got something up his sleeve because I feel like he's got what he wanted. MJF is giving him the title shot, even though MJF probably was like, that ain't what he really wanted to do, but yet we're getting the rematch. So
Right.
Adam Cole, I feel like his plan of it worked. Now it's all about what happens tomorrow night. So tomorrow night is definitely gonna be interesting. I believe we will be on for it. We should be on for it. But yeah, of course, Adam Cole is faking it, Leo, man. That's why it's like, bro, it's Adam Cole, baby. We know how this man rolls. So I can see him being manipulative and just using Max and letting him think what he wants to think. But
You know the sad part, bro. I low key kind of feel sad for that bastard MJF, man. That's the crazy part.
I don't. Why you feel sad? Why, man? You don't feel, man. You better not feel sad for that asshole, man.
Oh man, as right now, it's Kip Sabian, bro. Kip Sabian looking good in this match. This is what I'm talking about. I wish we would see more of Kip. I don't know.
You know, he did just kind of come back from injury, you know, not too long ago. So he's been back. He might have been just doing some dark matches, but I think right now it's all about because let's be honest, Kip ain't really been much since Miro came, and it was him and the gamer and all that. But
yeah.
I don't know, man. He might be. I don't. Oh, damn, Commander, damn. Okay, jump a springboard Hurricanrana power driver, bro. What the hell? I hope I said that right because that's exactly what I. Oh, you gonna walk the ramp and do a moonsault, and he beat Kip Sabian. Oh shit, damn.
Yeah.
He won. Oh shit.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that. I wasn't. I was not expecting that. Wow.
Right. Hey, I'm telling you, Tony Khan got something going with these goddamn with these goddamn luchadors.
I did not expect that. I just knew Kip was about to pull some shit out the bag and get the victory. Wow. Okay, that was a good sequence. I just need. I don't mind those sequences. I just need them to time them better. That's the only thing. Sometimes
it'd be too much time going on in between, you know, transitions.
Too much walking, too much staggering. I get it, man. You're doing a lot, but I think sometimes that's the issue. I want them to find a perfect balance.
First, I want to figure out how the hell did he get that much air off of a shooting star press off the rope without bouncing first? Like, what the hell?
Man, he just, hey, when you know how to make it look effortless, you make it look effortless. But I want them to find the perfect balance. I want guys like Vikingo, Commander, you know, and I want them to find their perfect balance in what they do. Because sometimes, you know, and we've said this, man, when we watch Vikingo, yo, the dude's got something. He is something. But man, dude, slow it down. You be going. You be wanting to move too fast sometimes, and I need you to sell. Okay, I need you to sell, bro. But two, at the same time, I need you to work in those great moments. And I think because we got a lot of people doing things so fast, that's the kind of like disconnect sometimes, man. But man, we got. I was about to say we got a few of these comments we got to comment on, man. We got the folks in tonight, man. We got to respond to some of these, man. You got me.
Hey, Earl, answer a question, man. Crawford.
Earl said, sorry, no. Y'all got no. Hold on. I was about to say Earl said sorry, AEW, but boxing will be on the big screen in my house tomorrow night. Oh, that's fine, Earl, man. You know that's cool, man. You know boxing is boxing. Leo says the video game segment where MJF said you need friends to play multiplayer. Hey, bro. Okay. I ain't gonna lie. I lightweight wanted to tear up when he said that because I felt that. it was like yeah, you kind of had it's like because he knows he's an asshole, so he knows he doesn't have really true friends. So it's like
Yeah.
he said something that was true and real. Like, yeah, you kind of have to have friends for that. It's like, damn, that's he's right. And he's an asshole. He ain't got no friends, so he don't never play. He's always playing single player. Like, he's always playing against the computer. Like, damn, it's like I could feel that because there's nothing like playing a multiplayer with your friends and playing on the game and having fun, man. That's you can have your moment playing by yourself. Pause, but you it's nothing fun with having friends. So when he said that, I thought that was I thought that was something as the Kingdom picked up the victory real quick over a couple of jabronis real fast, man. So yeah, that was a hell of a little a segment that they had of each other, man. I thought that was funny.
And then Earl, I got Spence, man. I mean, hey, it ain't the popular decision. I know everybody got Crawford. I got Spence. King.
Yeah,
Speaking of playing,
I haven't really been keeping up with it, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I do not keep up with boxing. I have lost love. Boxing to me, I miss the heavyweights. I don't get me wrong. I like the smaller guys. I like wrestling, so I obviously I have a thing for the smaller guys. I appreciate the smaller guys, but man, I miss the true heavyweights of boxing. I miss the true titans of boxing. I understand, at least that lore of them. I'm not saying the people who boxed years ago need to still box now, but I just feel like, man, they're still big powerhouses. I used to love Dante Wilder, but then, he's kind of falling off a little bit. Fury is cool, but he's starting to look like, nobody can beat him. It's like, he's good. He's good. He's great. Matter of fact, he's great. He's definitely great. I think there's somebody that can beat him. I don't know if they found that person yet or not. But
hey, I got
that
you,
intrigue. But it's just the intrigue. It's just the, you always appreciate the De La Hoyas and everybody else's fights, but you always look for those big heavyweight battle fights, man. And I just
you know why? You know why? Because bro. Because my thing is it's a difference. It's a difference. And I love Floyd. I love Floyd to death. The greatest offensive fighter to ever lace him up.
Respect.
But it's a difference between watching Floyd punch somebody in the jaw and then watching Mike Tyson punch somebody in the jaw.
A Mike Tyson tight. A Vander Holyfield tight. Hell, a Lennox Lewis tight. Somebody in that type. I'm more of that era of boxing. I don't mind the smaller people because they're just as good. They're just as good. I was fans of all of them, but it's always been the heavyweights. It's always been those, man. If that dude ever walked down the street, I'm gonna be a bitch because I'm not messing. If Mike Tyson ever walked down the street, bruh. Man,
I'm gonna tell you right now, Mike Tyson.
I'm cleaning the concrete as this man is walking. I'm whatever, man. I don't want you to punch me. Just don't ever punch me, bro.
Hey, Mike Tyson will knock the credit score out your ass.
Man, he'll knock it up.
Hell yeah.
He'll knock it up. That's what it is. He'll give you extra points, man. How hard it is.
Hey, my boy gonna knock you into a home loan in the nice neighborhood.
Yeah, that did. Yeah, man, you ain't right. But as far as the boxing now, I don't keep up with it as much. I try to. I've heard of Spence and Crawford. I think it'd be a good fight. I don't have a dog in the fight, so I think if it's a good fight, if it's a good, as long as it's a good battle, just give me a good battle. I'm good with it. I can always take a good battle. I just don't have a dog in the fight. Leo says Vikino is a AAA guy, not contracted to AEW, but I'm glad when AEW puts him on their TV. I am too, but even regardless if he's not an AEW guy or not, I still even if it works better in AAA, because they're used to it, so they don't see it no other way. I totally get and respect that. But when you go outside of there, I feel like you need to have a different game plan to how you operate,
right.
because not every company operates the way a certain company operates, but yet you want to show them how elevate and diverse you are in your moveset and what you do. And there's nothing but the ceiling for this guy to go further. So I just want him to continue to go further. And then the LCJ, real quick before you go on, he says AEW filed a trademark for streaming of professional wrestling services. Hey, look, whatever. Hey, look, Tony's been getting the bag lately. Discovery, they up the deal. AEW right now ain't going nowhere. People thought it would be done by 4 years. Well, guess what? They ain't going nowhere. At 4 years, they still going strong. They ain't going nowhere. Discovery just gave him a new bag. It's all good for them. So if there's a way for him to, I mean, if the pay-per-views are going to cost less than $50, I'm not mad about it. Okay.
Hell
Okay.
no. I wouldn't
I
mind
gotta
paying
pay
$9.99.
$15 for an AEW streaming service, and I ain't gotta pay the $50 for the, I get it. I get my pay-per-views like I get with Peacock and all that. I pay that $15-$20 compared to paying that $50, even though AEW don't put on a lot of pay-per-views. So it's not bad all the time, especially how we work it. But it's not bad all the time. But I won't be mad to it. But again, I'm not sure how much of content they're gonna have. I mean, well, he's got Ring of Honor now, so
I was gonna say he got that whole he got 20 years of content with Ring of Honor.
Okay. So no, okay, all right, yeah, maybe okay. Damn.
Yeah. Okay. And that's not to mention because he does have contract. I mean, well, he does have working relationships like with New Japan and all these other companies. So you never know. It could be a deal to where he could purchase streaming rights for some of these other independent companies too, depending on like certain matches and talent that frequent AEW. So I mean, it's some stuff he could work with it.
Yeah, for sure, man. Oh man, hold on, man. They going through the card for Collision. I gotta rewind this back a little bit, because they're hyping up the FTR versus Adam Cole and MJF, the main event match for the tag team championships for Saturday, tomorrow night. But they just had a few extra matches. I had to go back a little bit, so we caught up in a second. But we got the tag team championship match tomorrow night, main event, no doubt about it. FTR, Adam Cole and MJF. We'll see what comes of that. I don't see FTR losing. Therefore, we also got the 6-man trios. We got the Guns and the Juice. We got Bullet Club Gold versus El Higido, Vicano, Action Andrade, and who's the other guy? Dante Moore. Oh, the brother. And then, of course, man, we got Kira Hogan versus Mercedes Martinez. Good to see Mercedes back. I knew she was injured a while ago, so it's good to see her back. And then, of course, man, they say Adam Cole is going to make not Adam Cole. CM Punk is going to make an appearance. So tomorrow night, okay, cool. But Samoa Joe versus Gravity tomorrow night. We'll see where that goes with that. And, of course, can't forget Buddy Matthews versus Andrade for the ladder match for Andrade's Idol Mask. We're going to see what happens with that. Of course, man, the Dynamite 200 episode, Jericho could take a shit, a.k.a. Takesha versus Guevara and Daniel Garcia. I love Jericho, man. You know, it's funny, side note, Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships. Oh, Aussie Open versus El Higido and Commander. Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't even know Aussie Open was the Ring of Honor Tag Team. When did they take the titles off the Lucha Bros?
That's a good question.
Damn, Leo, I need you to get on that, man. When did that happen?
Leo job, man. Hey, look, we don't not pay you for nothing.
Right, man. Exactly. We got Sheeta versus Thunder Rosa coming up. I mean, not Thunder Rosa, Nyla Rose coming up. But
hey, speaking of Nyla Rose, it's about damn time. I want to see more.
They just won the titles. Okay, all right. I was about to say, they just won the titles. Okay. Well, then we're gonna get them defending the titles on the 200 episodes. So that's gonna be cool to see that. But New Japan coming in and winning in Ring of Honor. But man, I'm looking forward to the 200 episode, man. Just to celebrate AEW 4 years, man. For where it started to what people thought of it, for the people that they were advertising that these are going to be the guys and girls on the show that you're going to watch, and a lot of them were independent, or people that folks didn't think could make it in WWE. So for them to take those folks and do what they did for 4 years and to be where they're at, 200 episodes, man, we might have to do something special, but we'll talk later on about that, man. As Leo says, splatter colors are back. And then he said, and the champ says, coincidentally, the LCJ filed a. What do you mean? He said, Just for a special event.
He said he filed a patent for a special event. It's going down in C-Town where the LCJ will make an example out of the franchise.
Oh, I had to read that first to find out. I was like, wait a minute, hold on. What the hell? Oh, I went to East Cleveland school. I went to East Cleveland public schools, man. Don't mind me. I can read, but it just take me a minute. But all right, that's cool. Shit. All right. Well, hey man, if the LCJ he gonna make an example out of the franchise, bro.
All right. See, I was trying not to do this, man. I was trying not to do this, but hey, man, listen, you called for it. So the franchise about to lay the law down on your LCJ. All right, man. Look here. All right.
Yes, Leo.
Brother.
Yes.
Brother.
Please highlight that. Yes.
Look here, man. The franchise is gonna take you right down there to 55th. See, 55th is what we call no man's land. I'm gonna take you to my favorite spot, the Marathon on 55th. Now, once I get done laying the Steve Harvey elbow drop on your ass, I'm gonna take you up there to Halle Berry Way, and I'm gonna give you a 5-knuckle shuffle, bang bang, pop 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 pop. Then I'm gonna go first of the month, Bone Thugs and Harmony on that ass. And when I say first of the month, Bone Thugs and Harmony, I mean dun 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 dun. And I'm gonna take your ass to Easy E Drive, where I'm gonna go NWA after police on your ass. I'm talking about 1990s Rodney King ass whooping of oblivion. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to go beast mode on you. I'm going to hop in my tractor. I'm going to ride that son of a bitch all the way around St. Clair like I'm Marshawn Lynch on the football field. And then I'm going to put you in the crippler crossface, but I ain't going to hang you. We ain't going to do all that because that's bad. That's bad news. That's bad.
That brings back bad memories. We don't need that. We don't need that.
But what I am going to do is I'm going to go Rabbit Wolverine Chris Benoit on that ass. And then what I'm going to do is also I'm going to put you inside of a limo, and then I'm going to light it on fire. And then guess what? I'm going to call you Vince McMahon Jr. And then what I'm going to do after that is I'm going to put you in a mask like Kane. I'm going to beat you black, blue, and purple. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to take it off, and I'm going to throw you in the dumpster. And you know what I'm going to do with the dumpster? I'm going to push you up the stage like Mick Foley. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that LCJ championship. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hit you over the head with it. And then I'm going to beat you with it 50 times like I'm R-Truth. And then I'm going to sing my way like I'm JEFFJARRETT. Franchise Jerry. Yeah, because I am the king of the mountain. I'm the king of the ring. And I'm the mean, lean fighting machine. Now, can you dig that, loser?
Why did you do it, Chad? Why?
Hey, you can tell. Hey, I ain't got to get ready.
Leo, first of all, Earl says how she to look better the closer the camera gets. Hey,
you know it's funny because normally it's the reverse. People look worse when the camera gets closer.
It really is, man. Oh man! First of all, Leo, you're right. It's going to be an eviction on a pole match with all the stuff that franchise said, because that's the only way that he can do all that stuff. God damn. Hey man, hey, we gonna have to commentate from afar. We can't be nowhere near what's going on. We are not getting hurt for nobody.
Hey, y'all gonna have to commentate live from the CMA.
We're gonna have the binoculars. We're gonna be the first view. We're gonna be watching that. We're gonna see everything. Oh man, but to the champ.
It's all love, man. It's all love.
Right now, as we got Sheeta versus Nyla Rose, and they're going back and forth. Tuco, get your boy. As Earl says, get your boy. Hey man, y'all know I gotta let him rock as he rock, man. Hey, we wouldn't be us. We wouldn't be us if I don't let him do it. But hey, look, LCJ. I don't know why. I don't know why you thought to mess with this man, but hey, I look forward to it. Me and Leo got the commentary. Earl is the medic, ringside medic.
Oh man,
we good, bro. We just need to know when and where. Well, we know
look,
where.
all we gotta do
is just need to know when.
Hey, look, all we got to do is get a letter from Justin Bibb, man, Mary Bibb. Get a permit for this thing, and it's on like a pot of neck bone. Yes, sir.
Oh man, don't do that. You get a permit, it's over. It's over. Oh man, but all right. So
hey, we're gonna go to EC and rent out Silvermist.
Leo said medic gonna be needed after being turned into Vince Jr. Oh man, hell no, man. Oh man.
Oh man. Hey, you know what? y'all see these masks back here, man? I've been waiting for my moment to turn into the Black Luchador, man. I
Oh
think of
man! Oh shit! Is that what it's going to be? The loserweight champion versus the Black Luchador? Yeah, I'm with it. All right, let's go, man. Hey, that's all right. We got the international correspondent, me on the commentating team, so we good, baby. We gonna be able to talk both languages. We good. We smooth, man. Let's go. Let's do this, man. I'm ready. Let's go.
Hey man, look, you can broadcast this on ESPN or Telemundo. What you want to
Now
do?
we're gonna be on ESPN Deportes. That's we're going to be on ESPN Deportes just so we can reach that international crowd, baby. We going international with this, man. We ain't bullshitting, man. We got the LCJ versus the franchise. Hey, this is gonna be something.
Oh man,
I don't know how far or something it's gonna be, but it's gonna be something. We gonna watch it. Oh man.
Hey man, hey, I'm gonna have to channel my inner New Jack.
Whew, goddamn. Shit.
Minus the cocaine.
All right, man. Hey, look here, Earl. You better get some. He said, "I'm the medic of Mr. Fuji's dreams." Hey, look here, Earl. You better get some partners to help you out, man. There's gonna be a lot of blood spilled everywhere, man. Oh man, right now we back to the main event, man. Ashita versus Nyla Rose, man. And this is just I want to say this is actually I think they're just fighting for the number one contendership, or they're not fighting for the number one contendership, but they're fighting to prove who should be the new number one contendership. Or at least
Which I'm not mad because Sheeta went from being on our TV every week to not really seeing her as much. Same with Nyla Rose.
Right.
Nyla Rose though really has been off TV a lot, but a few months ago, man, when she was doing like darks and stuff, she was on like a hell of a winning streak. So hopefully she finds her way back into some type of contention. Even if it ain't the AEW women's title again, TBS champion, I'm cool.
I think she's been working with Mia Shafir a lot lately because that's been kind of the thing right now. Like Shafir been rocking with her. So I think she's been working with Shafir and getting her ready. But Nyla, I don't think Nyla's already put herself there as one of the, she's won the championship. She's a beast. She can beat anybody. She's beaten the best. She's lost to the best, but she's beaten the best.
Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong there. This match we're hearing Sheeta. I mean, they've had better matches. This isn't bad, but they've had better. But I think more of Nyla helping Shafir become better as we got to see the Outcast standing back watching this match right now. Tony Storm holding that AEW Women's Championship, the official AEW's Women's Championship, not intro. That she's officially a 2-time AEW Women's Champion. But I can't harp, but also I want to bring this up, man, because I don't think that it's just been I don't think it's just been AEW. I think it's been WWE also. But man, the direction of the women's vision, just on both shows, it's been really lackluster. Like that tag team match we got, that was that was a really bad match. I don't want to.
On top of that, you made the women's tag team champions look weak as hell. Like they just won them titles. It ain't like they had many matches to prove themselves as a team.
Well,
actually, they haven't.
Okay, not to cut you off, but the thing is, they've only been champions 11 days. So let's be honest. Do you look at Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville as two badass women that's like, oh my God, they should never lose? No, it's not the Naomi Sasha Banks effect. Like, I don't look at two former world women's champions becoming a tag team champion, or even like Sasha and Bailey, and look at them as Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville. So them losing was fine because, like I said, they ain't really did nothing with them since they won the titles, whatever. And plus, I don't think you can have Belair and Flair lose a match prior to their triple threat match for the WWE Women's Undisputed Championship. So I get why they won, even though Charlotte was playing mind games with Bianca, which was a bigger story. So I feel like this match was more of story than it was a match. So I'm not really so much against them for it, but it wasn't a great match. Like it really wasn't a great match, and I was disappointed. But it's not just WWE; it's AEW too, because we got on Britt Baker versus Tyra Valkyrie Wednesday. when we watched the show. Like we got on that
Which,
because
by
we
the
didn't.
way, hey, the fans, man, fans are ignorant as shit. Like, I mean, I understand you might not like a mask, man, but to go around calling somebody fat and out of shape and they don't belong, like, bro. And then the thing is, so it's not even women. And that's not saying that it makes it any better, but these grown ass men, man, talking down on a woman like that, bro. Like, you be critical, criticize, but I feel like, man, when you make it personal, I'm like, bro, that's when you say things too far. I mean, you got all these wrestlers and athletes, man, taking their lives and shit because of stuff that people saying online that ain't got nothing to do with their profession. Like that's why I feel like it's bad. Okay, you didn't like the match, cool. You don't like the way they book, cool. Actually, it's funny because AEW, a picture that went viral was the camera panned to a sign in the crowd that says,
And that's why I
it
brought it
says,
up. That's
yeah, the
exactly
A
why I
women's
brought it
division
up.
needs to be booked better. And I'm like, okay, well, so I can't remember her name, and I wish I would have thought about this had I known we were going to bring this up, which I should have known. But
Oh
there
shit!
was a wrestler, and I can't remember her name, but she said that actually she was blackballed from joining AEW because there was certain talent actively on the roster that blocked them from getting in because they talked to management. So it's like, man, somebody brought up the point. Is it the booking of the women, or is it the women, in the backstage politics? Because remember, that was a
Both,
big thing with Britt Baker and Thunder
both.
Rosa when they had their issues, and it was like, they was both going back and forth talking about the politics and and behind, in the backstage area with AEW. So I feel like it's a little bit of both, man. But what are your thoughts on that?
No, it's not a little bit of both. It is both. It is both. Uh, Want to hit on a couple of questions that just came out. Earl said, "Mr. Fuji." Oh, I got what he's saying on that. Leo said, "Man, it's going to be at night. It's going to be at nighttime, so it counts as lights out match. No one responsible for anything. That's between you and LCJ. I'm good with that." But then Leo says, "Man, that the women's tag titles has to be what he said. What, the women's tag titles has to be hot potato to stay relevant." Yeah, which is kind of sad. But if a team holds them for extended time, they lose value because they did nothing with them, which is true. Which is a big issue that Bianca and Naomi had. I'm not a Bianca, but Sasha and Naomi had. They had that issue because it's like, come on, man. We're your tag team champions, and we're former women's champions. So it's not like we haven't put in enough of the work, but yet you got to give the tag team women's, you got to give the tag teams some type of respectability, at least. And then Earl says, I am not interested at all in seeing a Bianca versus Charlotte storyline. Earl, let me tell you why you are interested in it. Because Bianca and Charlotte is the final of the four horsewomen for Bianca. Charlotte is the only one she's never fought. Charlotte is the only one she's never had anything with. She has beaten Bailey. She has beaten Sasha Banks. She has beaten Becky Lynch. Charlotte is it. It's the last. That's it. She's the top female. And even and I know where you're coming from, Earl, because you're coming from a place where you feel like they've pushed Charlotte too much, and a lot of her matches look stale because of the way she works. And sometimes I don't even think it's that. I because when you look at the matches, you can tell it's not so much as Charlotte, it's the other people. Sometimes she can have great matches. Sometimes with other people, like tonight, you can say, "Oh man, somebody forgot something." And I think that's the issue. Sometimes you can notice when people forget where they're supposed to be, or what they were supposed to do, or what was supposed to happen, and it just looks lost. That's the issue that I think a lot of people take with it. Because there was a point where Charlotte would have classic matches, hands down, a lot of times. But I think lately, because you got a lot of new people, you got a lot of new folks doing stuff that they weren't already doing. They're being in positions they weren't used to. So now it's like we got to get a repertoire with each other to get to know how we work. Uh, I feel like that's what was missing in this tag team match tonight. That's why I wanted to hint on it, that the people have been talking about it, even though Tony Khan and WWE have both been trying to give the women more of what they need. They've been dropping the ball because you for AEW side, we're still not getting enough women's matches, but we need better storylines. With WWE, um, we got enough women's matches. We just need better storylines. I mean, who is what right now? You're working on the Rhea Ripley, Raquel Gonzalez storyline for Raw, and we already got the Charlotte, Bianca, and Asuka for SmackDown. That's cool. That's set. That's cool. That's fine. But it's the consistency of just making sure that you're not just pushing one woman, you're pushing the entire group. Because you got a lot of ladies that can step up and do a lot of good things. You got to give them opportunity, but you can't treat them like second-class citizens.
No, absolutely. I look, dude. I agree with you wholeheartedly. You know, the franchise and the king love their women of wrestling. So, with that being said, man, push the women, do right by the women, honor thy woman, as we both got lovely queens at the crib. But
they got to step up too. The women got to step up and do their part. I'm not just gonna put it on the company. Like the company got to do their part, but the women got to step up and do their part. It's no different than the men. It's no different than the men. Because we've seen plenty of men that we like, oh man, this dude's gonna do great, and then we watch it and it's like, man, he shit in the bag.
And then also on the subject of the women too, the reason, well, obviously outside of the whole, booking of the women, while we're talking about the women clearly get the least amount of time on the show. So their matches and segments stand out more for better or worse because you barely get to see them. And to be fair, the reason too we're also bringing it up is because a lot of the times the women's matches and segments are the most sought after from the fans. Like, dude, anytime I got a Bianca Belair or Charlotte Flair or a Toni Storm or a Britt Baker, whoever, and I know they're going to be on TV, whether they're wrestling or not, I want to see it. Now whether the outcome is what I wanted or not, maybe not, but I'm going to want to see that because they bring star power. So again, it's like you say, you got the attention of the people. It's just about capitalizing. And unfortunately, because they get so little time compared to the men, it's like, hey, man, look, we want to see better all across the board. But again, like you said, ultimately, it does fall on the talent. I can take you to the well, but I can't make you drink. So that's that too.
Exactly. So it's a 50-50 thing, man. But you got to give these women time. But at the same time, these women got to they got to, when they think they're doing enough, sometimes it looks like you ain't did enough. So, but we feel that way about the men too. So just to be fair, just to be clear, it ain't just one-sided. We look at both sides the same way. We know how a lot of these women are. Like, dude, you saw the excitement that I had for Asuka versus Io. So I want it. I want to see it. I want it, but I need you to have that same kind of consistency across the board with some of your women that are the top women.
Yeah.
The top women. That's the thing. It's the top women that you're kind of not doing the things that you need to do with, or the new up and coming. NXT is a little different. We know what that is, but as far as main roster, WWE or AEW, it's like, you had something, you was on a run. Now all of a sudden you kind of fallen off again and went back to what you were doing before. And we don't want you to do that. We want to see Britt have better matches. We want to, and again, now that she says the Britt show, Jade Cargill's going. I hope she comes back and smack the shit out of Jade. I hope she smoked the shit out of Britt and tell her no, it's the bitches show. But that's just me in my own head. Don't mind me. But no, I want to see as much effort out of the women as I do the men from both sides of the company and the wrestlers.
Absolutely. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
before you go, we'll just put up a comment. He says, why not give the women their own show? I think that's a great idea, Earl. The problem is, no, actually, I don't think there is a problem. Actually, I don't think there is a problem. I actually think that's a great idea.
I mean, shit, they got a whole company in Stardom, so why not give them a show?
I mean, Stardom ain't on TV.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, what I'm saying is, though, clearly Stardom's still around, so it draws. Put it on TV.
Yeah. I mean, hell, when you think about it, Athena as Raw Ring of Honor Women's Champion, she's been doing great. She's been getting praised.
Killing.
We don't.
They just main evented the Super Card.
Her and Willow. Our girl Willow. Like, bro, are you serious? Love it. Awesome. Great thing. would love to see that on TV more. So actually, Earl, I'm with you, man. It's all about, but I think it's all about having. No, I can't even say that. It's not about having a star power because they got the star power. I don't care what company it is. They got enough. Both companies, even if you want to add Impact or whoever, they got enough star power in their women where they can kind of give them a 1 hour show or something to kind of just like, hey, we gonna dedicate this to y'all, so y'all have a platform to focus on what y'all want to do and the things y'all, to put y'all out there. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm with it. I want to see it happen. Make it an hour. Let's start off slow. Don't try to force feed people. And I think that's the problem, because in today's society, it's more about force feeding people what we think they want than just, naturally letting things grow. We can't naturally let things grow anymore. Everything's got to be instant. It's got to be microwave. It's got to be ready. What my son say, I want that poof and be ready. So it don't work like that. Sometimes you got to let things naturally just grow at the rate that they grow. So yeah, give them an hour. Give them an hour on a decent night. We'll see what happens. I think it'll do great.
Women's wrestling for life. All right, but ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of GOW, the Generation Wrestling Podcast. As always, it's yours truly, the franchise. He's the king. And we'll see y'all when we see you. Peace.